you think of play? Got guys involved earlier. I know obviously still trying to get his conditioning. What do you think of his play?
Yeah, I loved his floor game tonight. He did not force, and a lot of times when you're coming back and you're trying to get your rhythm and timing and get your legs under you, you have guys can have a tendency to do that, but he didn't do that. He really played extra pass basketball, just let the game come to him. If we have a team that is selfless, the way our three stars played tonight, not just Brad, but Kevin and Book and Brad having 25 assists. With the way those guys scored a basketball, we got a chance to be special this year.
Curious, with the spacing, particularly early, it was really good. What do you feel like that was just initially just guys moving the ball, or what would you attribute that to early in the game?
Well, we continue to work on our spacing, and we continue to work on making the right reads in terms of playing extra pass basketball and playing selflessly. We have to become a team. We have talent, but talent doesn't win for you. How you play on the floor, the on-the-court culture that you create is what's going to win for you, and that involves spacing the right way. It involves attacking the paint as much as possible, and when help comes, make the right reads. We did a lot of spray outs. We did a lot of finding Nurk in the paint, rolling a basket, or Doak or Mezzi. So I was really pleased with the way we spaced and the way we read the defense offensively.
The other thing I had was, Eric has talked about you guys should be scoring between 120 and 130. Said that should be the norm. 129 the other night, 133. Is that a number that's reachable every game for you guys, or is that a number that just is on the high end?
We'll see. I think the sky's the limit for what we can be if we have not only those three guys in the lineup, but also Grayson and Eric. Those guys are elite backside shooters and attackers off the bounce. So we have an opportunity with those five guys in the lineup, to really generate high offensive outputs. But we'll see where it goes.
Prior to the Houston game, Kevin had a few games where his turnovers were uncharacteristically high. How do you like how he's responded as a playmaker in these last two games?
Yeah, he had 10 assists, 0 turnovers at halftime last time. Finished with 3. One of them was saving the ball in bounds. So that doesn't really count. And tonight, 11 assists, 1 turnover. So I think he's responded about as well as you could possibly imagine.
We talked about unselfishness a lot in training camp leading up to it. He only had 4 shot attempts through 3 quarters. That kind of rings true to some of those things you talked about, right?
That's right. It's about elite talent becoming a team. And the last 3 games, we've really played that way. I thought the Dallas game offensively, we played a really selfless brand of basketball, and we saw it again in Houston. We saw it again tonight.
What do you think about the way Nurk kind of defended in coverage and protected the rim on a few occasions?
Yeah, we're working with Nurk on his defense and his angles and the aggressiveness of attacking everything that comes to the basket. A lot of defenses will have guys play center field and stay with the roller and try to play cat and mouse. But in my defense, anything that comes to the basket, he's got to go attack. And I think he's doing a good job protecting the rim, and obviously he's doing a great job on the boards for us as well.
Coach, when just defensively in a Rozier, every team has at least one guy that can get it going. What was working for
Yeah, Terry's that kind of player. He's we saw on the scouting report, he's got a lot of games where he looks like a gunner because he's out there firing away and missing. But he's very streaky, and he has the ability to get really hot. And I thought a lot of the threes he made were pretty well guarded. We turned up the pressure with double teams in the fourth quarter later in the game. But, he's that kind of player. He's flammable, and guys like to shoot well against us. You've got Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal on your team. You're going to get a lot of teams' best punch. That's just the nature of having stars like that.
To your point on a lot of those shots being contested, how did you like the way the defense stayed composed through 23 threes for them?
Yeah, 34 points in the paint. That's the biggest thing right now. You got to give up something. I don't envision us giving up this many threes last game and this game, but our paint's got to be our priority. Early in the season, we have not been good enough protecting the rim and being strong in our gaps and containing the basketball. And I think we're bottom third in allowing points in the paint. So our focus right now is to get that corrected and hopefully do it without damage at the three-point line. And like I said, I thought the number of threes that they made weren't really as a result of us overcommitting to the paint. these guys making step back threes on his own man, we'll live with some of that.
So when you talk about working with individual guys on certain things, is there a top-down plan, and does individual coaches work with these players? Do you have your hand in it? How does it all work? Is it something formal that's written out, and this is what we want you to do, and then you go out and work with the guy? Just what's your way you do it?
You just nailed it. I mean, I oversee it. Every player has a coach that they work with individually. In our staff meetings, every time players are in the rotation, we talk about what they're doing well and not doing well, and where they need to develop. They take them out for what we call their daily vitamin, pre-practice, either shooting, volume of shots, or working on fundamentals they need to work on both sides of the ball. And that coach will watch their individual film with them. And if a guy's not playing, then the coach will watch film of somebody else playing that position. So they're learning that position well. So our coaches do a great job and are very thorough, with that type of individual work.
How much time in a day does this all take?
It's pretty much around the clock. Yeah, we work hard.
Coach, there's a saying that if you don't have luck sometimes, you don't have bad luck, you have no luck at all. Obviously, that's been the case with the injuries. What is your feeling today, getting through this game, pretty much injury-free as far as your big three are concerned, and now you have some sort of hope that this will continue and you can build upon this as well with these guys staying healthy?
Yeah, my hope is that early struggles will be a distant memory in 6 weeks, 2 months, 3 months. We battle some injuries while we're trying to build cohesion. Hopefully, we have a stretch where we can have all those three guys out there together, and then the role players as well. And then if we can do that, then we got an opportunity to gel and build the cohesion that we've been looking for. And if we have that, then we got a chance to really take off. So this is one win, but we have a 6-game homestand that we're 1-0 on now, and we've got to get the next one.
Is that about the minute restriction, minute progression you wanted for Beal?
Yes. Yep.
Frank, I know as a coach, you probably love the shot numbers, like 11, 13, 18, kind of all around the same. How do you ensure stuff like that happens? Just kind of even shot numbers for everybody.
Yeah, I don't think it has to be even. I think everybody's got to attack and read defense, and then the ball finds the open man. If the open man happens to be one guy more than another one night, we'll live with that. As long as everybody's making the right reads and playing selflessly.
So Eric Gordon, he went 7 for 12 from three-point range. Just how easy is it for him to transition from starting to going on the bench and coming into the game?
It's not easy to do, and I actually talked to Eric about that. And I said, you're coming off the bench now. You've been in the starting lineup. Don't change your mindset at all, right? It's, coming off, it can feel differently for certain guys. But when he was checking into the scorers table, I grabbed him and said, "Hey, don't change your mindset at all. He made 7 threes last game as a starter. Stay every bit as aggressive as you were last game, and he did a great job with that. Franchise record in 2 games, made threes."